Well, I mean, did we even talk about the fact that the Rams probably can win the NFC West now? I mean, it's completely within reason. You're talking about
there's a path. What's the path?
Well, the path is pretty easy, right? So the Cardinals, if they had won, the race was basically over. The Cardinals would have just had to win one of their final 4 games, and they would have won the division had they won Monday night, but they didn't. So now you're talking about the fact that they only have a 1-game lead on the Rams. And then you look at both teams' final 4 games. We just kind of walked through them with Wilson where I asked them to pick the winners. They play the Lions. That feels like a layup. But then they have the Colts, the Cowboys, and the Seahawks. That's the Cardinal schedule. And then the Rams close with the Seahawks, the Vikings, the Ravens, and the 49ers.
Those feel like 2 pretty evenly matched schedules. I don't know what the strength of schedule.
Sorry, John, I'm on the playoff machine thing. I think next week it's Rams hosting Seahawks, Cardinals at Lions. That feels like a win for each, right?
Definitely better chance for the Cardinals.
What is the playoff? I mean, I'm sorry. What are the
schedule numbers?
Yeah, that's what I mean. We can go game by game, but I'm just curious as to
the Rams' remaining opponents are 500 exactly. The Cardinals' remaining opponents are 433, but that's because they're playing the Lions, who are 110-1. Once you get that Lions game out of the way, their strength of schedule will shoot up.
All right, just walk through the.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Cardinals at Lions, Cardinals win, right?
Yeah, Lord willing, good Lord.
Rams hosting Seahawks, Rams win.
Yeah, but that game's. I mean, that game what
could certainly go sideways. I agree, but
no, I'm doing the wins over Wilson. Probably minus 6.5. Is that too low?
Yeah, no, I think that's right. I mean, I think the Rams are expected to win. So week 14 is probably a wash. Week 15, we have the Cardinals hosting week 16. Yeah, thanks, Breech. Cardinals hosting the Colts.
That's a loss because they can't win home games.
You want the Colts or you want the Cardinals?
And the Rams playing the Vikings.
I just said that's a loss because we can't win home games.
Okay. That would obviously. Okay. So Rams win, Cardinals lose.
No. Wait a second. The Rams are playing the Vikings. I'm not convinced they're going to win that game.
All right. Well, let's give it the Vikings win. So
we'll let Breech be the arbiter, the final vote.
That's fine. No, I think it's good to play it out in a scenario where the home teams are typically.
I feel like the Rams win that game just because I think Kirk Cousins is going to have nightmares about Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
All right.
He doesn't thrive under that kind of pressure.
All right. Week 17, Cardinals.
So now we're tied.
Cowboys.
Now we're tied.
Yeah, it's all square. Cardinals at Cowboys.
Ooh. If the Cardinals bring their bench to Jerry World, they'll win the game. I think they win that game.
You think they? Oh.
I mean, a lot can change in 3 weeks. Every week you change your opinion about these teams because they play well or don't play well. But again, the Cowboys offense stinks and you're relying on the defense, which has been playing well. But why is the offense not working? That's my concern.
I would take the Cowboys here, personally.
Breech?
I think I'm siding with Wilson on this one.
What? Oh, my God. What a swerve by Breech Bot.
The Breech Bot as taking the Arizona Cardinals.
He flipped.
The Rams are at the Ravens.
Well, can the Rams score more than 20 points? Because if they can, they'll win. And that's Breech. What's the math on 3,000 miles 4 p.m. games?
Where are we? What is that? Well, one quick thing on that game. I
like the Ravens here.
Is that the Lamar Jackson has never lost a start to an NFC team.
What a weird stat that Breech knows.
How's that weird? It's 12-0. That's not
weird.
That
you know it.
12-0.
Well, 12-0. It's not like he's 6-0 or something. It's
There's
a
actually
lot of games.
Some like good math with that where there's a lack of preparation by teams that just don't see him because they ran the read option a bunch. Okay, so we get to week 17, and the Rams are 11-5. The Cardinals are 12-4.
Wait a second. Did you already move past week 17? Is the Baltimore
week 18?
Game.
Excuse me.
Okay, so you're giving the Ravens game to the Ravens. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Cardinals are hosting the Seahawks, and the Rams are hosting the 49ers. Let's say both hold serve.
Okay.
It's Cardinals.
Oh, you're doing the. I see what you're doing. The actual.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a pretty. Back to the point of the odds that Debo put up from Caesars at 5.5 to 1 for the Rams to win. I agree with Breech. I think that is a pretty good bet.
What was the Cardinals?
Minus 300 or something.
Okay. Yeah. Right? I would bet Aaron Rodgers and I would bet the Rams.
800 minus 800.
Yeah, I would bet.
I think
the Rams,
5.5 to 1 is a pretty good bet there for the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if one team gets hot and one team just plays average, that the other team is out. So hot means you have to go 4-1.
I mean, the Cardinals have some pretty epic slides the last few weeks.
3-1, excuse me. Yeah, but that's been partly because Kyler's not stayed healthy.
The one thing the Rams can't afford to do is lose to the
games.
No, lose to the Seahawks or 49ers, because the Cardinals already have a 4-1 division record. And the Rams are 2-2, so if they lose another one, they automatically lose it, because they split the head-to-head tiebreakers division record. And so if they go 3-1, but they lose to the 49ers or Seahawks,
well, I think they have 3 games left, right?
3 games
4.
Left, yeah.
They have 4, and if they go 3-1, but one of those losses to the 49ers or Seahawks, they lose the tiebreaker to the Cardinals. Right, so now you finish a game ahead of them, and that changes everything.
They also can't afford to get lost on the way to the stadium on game day.
I mean, they could. Jalen Ramsey got lost today, and they still won.
He got lost.
So
he flew back home to Los Angeles
for COVID.
Well, Brian, I know, but I'm saying that the Rams seem to prove they can win if people are not available.
Oh, but if the whole team, neither team bus shows up, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, now you're moving the goalposts.
But now they get both of those division games at home. So if you want to bet the Rams, you should bet them before this week because they're hosting the Seahawks, right? Because if they beat the Seahawks and somehow the Cardinals next week, the Cardinals lose, the Rams would be like.
But if both teams win, I think the Rams odds will get better as far as you betting them, because there's only 3 games left for them to catch them, and they might drop to like plus 600 plus 650.
Yes,
and then that would be where you maybe want to take them.
Intriguing,
indeed.
All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Who's winning the NFC West? Do we make our prediction?
I'll take the Rams. I'll back the Rams.
I'll roll with the Cardinals. I'll give them one more week.
If the Cardinals should be.
And listen, we didn't really talk about this, but the Rams did all this with like 23 players because everyone. Higbee was out. Jalen Ramsey was out.
And they lost him like an hour before the game.
So credit to them for playing extremely well given those situations.